What is up, guys? We are looking at the last game of 4 games that I lost recently. This is the Earthshaker game. So let's check it out. We're against a Terrorblade Silencer, I think. Yeah, this one goes off the rails a little early. That's what I remember. So use a fissure, take the bounty. It's kind of worth. They weren't gonna like definitely kill me, and then use a fissure to block the wave. Pretty normal. So this is a pretty tough lane. This is the second time recently where I've picked Earthshaker, and then my offlaners picked LC, which is like, it's not like a great lane combo. I mean, Earthshaker's not a great lane combo with anybody, I guess. But, yeah. So we secure a CS here, hitting the Terrorblade, block their camp. Started with boots so that we can do some drag stuff. I believe is what I go to do here? No, I'm not. But I should probably drag here. Oh, I do. Okay. So I could have dragged last wave, I guess. I think I should have. I don't think there's a reason not to. This stuff's important to think about. When I blocked their camp, I don't know. I thought I had to walk back over here right now. But if I just, especially because we're like pushing in, because like we've like nuked the wave and he's nuked the wave, it's like pushing in hard. So if we can just like drag here, this way we'll go under tower. Obviously, Terrorblade will get it. You know, that is what I should be looking to do here. And I think I'm just spacing out. No real reason for this. So, you know, your lanes are just going to be harder if you're not really focused and thinking about what you should be doing objectively. They really just will be. Try not to do that. So flying out some more regen, so I don't have to like basically do nothing in the lane. Get a really good drag off. Unfortunately, the Legion like draws one of the creeps into the tower, so it takes a couple hits, but not a big deal. So now my Legion's chilling. I'm gonna get a little stack off since we're here, get the rune. So this whole rotation was really nice. Like this is the exact kind of thing you want to do. Like you put your offlaner in a good spot, like use the time to do something productive, right? Got a stack, got a water rune, deny it from their Zeus mid, who like really could use the runes. Like, super high impact here. Maybe could have done this though. Like one wave sooner, like I said. So now they've got a small camp, which makes dragging harder, because then it's just a pull. Here we just get some good damage on the silencer. It's like a solid use of like a fissure. If you're gonna do like half their health and damage with your offlaner coming over, it's good. So what I do here, I've done this a couple times, play to drag, but if they have a small camp, they're just going to pull it, which, you know, on the face of it maybe isn't so bad, especially because it's a shitty camp, so, like, if I just, like, fissure it, it'll just die, and none of these creeps will die, and then the wave will double up. So that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, honestly. But what I'll instead do is this, and I didn't do it very well. I, like, walked over close enough for him to, like, start the pull, which was dumb. But if you don't do that, and you just have them aggro to you, and then you walk straight back down the lane so they chase you this way, that will also double up the wave. Yeah, so I did this basically as poorly as possible by letting them get a half pull off to the crappy camp, which is really dumb, but, you know, what can you do? So he gets a bunch of really good harass off. And see, these creeps, they're gonna, like, run back or whatever, and eventually it will, like, double up. Like, it's not like Legion's gonna permanently lose those creeps. He actually even had space to come over here and contest, so it didn't work out terribly, all things considered. We're going to go base here. Yeah, unfortunately my Legion's kind of having a hard time. Nothing I can do about that. He TP'd out. Since he TP'd out, I believe this is why I TP back to the lane. Like, normally I would walk here and save my TP, because he's not going to be there. I figured I would get some solo golden experience, even if it's just like 1 or 2 creeps. Oh, okay, never mind. I focus on dewarding first, which, you know, is good. Also good use of time, so it's not a big deal. Or I came over here specifically to sap XP, because if you're like level 1 at 4 minutes, guys, like you need to get level 2. So it's not like I didn't necessarily misplay to only still be level 1, but at a certain point, it's less about giving this guy solo XP and more like making sure you're not completely useless as the game progresses. So that's why I came over here. I'm here to sap some XP. Like the default, give them a little XP, but don't take it to the extreme. Don't be level 1 at 6 minutes. So getting another stack here. This will help my LC or whatever. Actually, well, so in theory it should, but their Terrorblade ends up farming this, which really sucks. But, you know, that doesn't make the play not worth doing. Get a deep ward down. Not really being too effective here, honestly, at this point. There is a pole camp. Technically, like, the plays around the Pango could be good. Pretty good fissure. This guy's, like, dying here. Okay, alright. So we kill this guy. Then we kill this guy, too. Alright, so we got some kills with the Pango. Very nice. And then I pulled here because the Terrorblade's respawning and he's coming back to lane, so I don't want him to have these creeps. Like, you could say we have a catapult and it'd be nice to, like, pressure harder, but, like, my LC's kind of low. I'm kind of low mana. Like, I wasn't like, oh, we need to pressure super hard right now. It's like, we'll just get the lane pulled back and continue the lane, right? That's what we're doing here. Killing the creep. Got the last hit, really nice. Get our mana boots, really nice. Those kills really came into effect here, giving my Legion mana. So I'm not really paying attention to what's happening. That's been kind of a theme in a lot of my games that I'm covering here. What's happening mid right now? Because I have mana boots and I have a TP. Great. Okay, I don't have a lot of mana after using these, but so RCM is here. I'm just watching what's happening here. Zeus comes in. Yeah, if I was paying attention, I might have had some impact here. Granted, I don't really have enough mana to TP and fissure. Oh, I fissured here. So technically I did, because I would have had the fissure and the TP. But unfortunately, we've got like this stuff happening in my lane too, so it's not really great timing. And yeah, this guy has Sunder. So that's really unfortunate. I'm not making these videos to like play my teammates or anything, but this LC, after we got these kills bottom, he had time to like fly himself out some more regen and reset, and I think he just didn't. And that's just kind of on him. Like there's nothing I can like you're obligated as the offlaner, especially because you don't have a TP. Like, you need to fly yourself out regen in this situation. Like, it's great that you got the kills, use some of the gold you got, and reset so that you're not a useless piece of shit for the next, like, 3 minutes. Not 3, but, like, for the next, like, minute and a half. Like, he's just, like, useless. Does he even have a courier? What's his courier doing? He's not even flying out anything, so he's just, like, spacing. He's got a ton of gold. He can fly out phase boots and a salve and a mango and, like, wand recipe and be, like, giga strong, and instead he's, like, just not flying out anything. So, it kind of sucks. Maybe I should, like, read that he's, like, not flying out regen? I don't know if I'm supposed to be aware of this or not, like, in-game, because then I could ditch him and be like, I can't help you if you're not going to help yourself, and then I could have considered going mid earlier. I don't really know. Obviously, this doesn't end up working out, so, like, what can you do? What can you do? Can't really say I did anything wrong there. So I'm gonna go base again, really low health mana, not a big deal. Fortunately, my Pango, like, totally wastes his roll here. So I go mid because he's not mid. Get a free creep or two. And this is the point of the game where it becomes really weird. So they get a double kill top with the assist of the Zeus global. But the next couple of minutes, we continuously play for top, and the overall outcome of this is bad, I think. Void keeps coming up here, Pango keeps coming up here, CM keeps coming up here, Pango's up here multiple times. Like, we're all up here at various points. It completely opens up the map for the Terrorblade. The Zeus, like, I think comes once or twice. I really care less about the specifics and more just like, should we have just not been doing this at all? Like, just give them the tower. Because this happens, it looks good. We get the mag. Maybe I should have smoked my Pango here? Where am I? I'm going back top right now. I didn't go play with my LC because I didn't think we really had a lot of kill threat on the Terrorblade. If the Pango's there, though, with roll, we definitely do. So I think we should have smoked here and gone bottom. I don't know what I'm thinking going back top here. I think this doesn't make any sense. And if you're a support player, you have to realize that, like, where you go on the map will determine, like, where things happen. So, like, it could easily be my fault that, like, all this shenanigans, like, continues top. So like Pango TP's top here, but I had started walking top, right? Like my Pango's making a play towards where I am, and maybe he would have made that TP anyways, maybe not. But like I'm like walking towards this area, so it's not crazy that he would TP here and like continue to make plays here. So I die, whatever. Unfortunately, their Zeus gets away. Yeah, CM came back here, you know. She's for that's where everything's happening. LC comes at this point. It's like, ugh, it just feels so weird. I mean, it's like sort of working. Like the Pango didn't die, but like the Terrorblade free farming, right? You got to remember, even if this like goes like, even if the net of all this happening is like kind of okay for us, like the Terrorblade's free farming, and that's what tilts the scales. Like, if you're gonna dedicate 4 heroes to come up here over and over and over again, you need to be like wiping them. If their carry is free farming the whole time, like you need to be like crushing them. They need to be feeding, and that's not what's happening here. We're like trading. We're trading is what's happening. Unfortunately, my LC just dies to a random finger. And all we get is a lion off Pango roll and Chrono. So at this point, this should actually be our like indication. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Like it's over. Okay, so I smoked my Pango mid, so this is good. I really screwed up my fissure here. Why did we got the kill anyways. How did this happen? I mean, I'm not saying I'm the greatest fissurer ever. What's happening here? I'm just an idiot, I guess. Like, he's clearly running the other way. I don't know what's going on here. That was trash. So, just trash play for me. 7K players, shitty they're hitting their buttons because I'm old. Okay, we killed him anyways, luckily. And then here's where I discover... And remember I made all these stacks, and then everybody went top forever? Ah, what can you do? What can you do? This guy actually dies here, though, so it's worth... Baited with the stacks. Now remember, this guy's gotten, like, so much time to, like, free farm. Like, he's just chilling. And meanwhile, like, they didn't get this tower, but, like, they're not afraid. Like, my Void's got a minus, which is nice. Like, he's, like, gotten it. Like, he's progressing, sort of. But the fact that there's still heroes here is, like, bad for him. I think he should leave, honestly. I don't think he should still be up here. I think that's kind of on him. But, you know, what can you do? Like, this just shouldn't be happening anymore. What should have happened is this CM should have rotated down with us at this point. She should have left her lane, and Void should have also bailed. We should have just given up the tower. It's just not worth defending at this point. And as you can see here, we're going to get baited into a Garbo fight where CM dies first. I TP in on everything, and then we're global. Nice global from the silencer. And then I have to, like, take this really long circuitous route. My Void dies. Really trash. And I just don't get an opportunity to, like, run in here. They have, like, especially with the Terrorblade showing up, I like, just have no chance to, like, walk in an Echo. And, like, I'm nowhere close to Blink at 14 minutes, which is really bad. So, another thing to consider in these types of, like, back and forth engagements is, like, if you're investing all this time in it and you're not, like, stomping them, like, it's gonna slow down your own timings. And, like, sometimes that doesn't matter. Like, if I was a position for Snapfire, it's like, who cares? Like, there's no item I really need to, like, change my impact on the game. Versus if you're a hero like Earthshaker, like, it's not really worth it to delay these timings. You know, you gotta let your team do what they're gonna do and, like, prioritize yourself on heroes like Earthshaker. So just a really another downside of, like, the continuous playing top. And, you know, you can see the net result of this is I'm poor and all of our cores are under all of their cores. You know, not like way under, but like solidly under. The Terrorblade kindly feeds here, which is nice. Where are we? What am I doing? Oh, I think I was just watching that as I was walking out. I bought this Windlace late because I was so far away from my Blink that I was like, well, the odds are better that I'll be able to walk in. Like, I need to be able to walk in Echo because I'm not going to be able to Blink in an Echo. That was my thought on buying the Windlace. I don't know if that's good or not. I think it's bad, but I don't think it's good. Oh. I went for the Zeus here. My Faceless Void went for the Silencer, which I don't understand. Oh, he didn't get the Zeus, and then he had to run away. I really thought we could get the Zeus here. This guy's just tanky. He didn't even take the health talent, and he gets away here. Oh, that hurts. We're just so underleveled, too. It's like 14 minutes. We're like just level 6. CM didn't have mana. Arrgh! CM players, please. Buy mana. Buy mana. Oh, I could have 5-head Arcane Boots my CM, so that's my fault, I guess. But come on, CM players, have some mana. Be able to cast your spells. I should have mana boots for sure anyways, but usually you're not thinking about like mana bootsing in fights. I think about mana bootsing my cores in fights. Like as fights are happening, I'm like, oh, if I mana boots my cores, it's really helpful. And then I don't think about it for my supports. So here, I really wanted to farm this top, because I was like, I need to start farming my Blink. And then my Pango like TP's in and takes it all. I'm like, okay. So farming a jungle camp, not a great use of time. But I'm like, I have to get farm eventually. And with Echo on cooldown, I think it's reasonable to like just farm a bit. So I come mid. Unfortunately, my team's getting kind of run over while nothing's happening. And this TP from Pango is really bad. Not only because he like TP'd here, but like then he walked down the lane and like is basically complete. He's our strongest hero, and he put himself completely off map, like in a place where nothing's happening and having no impact, while he's got like roll and diffusal. Like this is a really bad use of his time. If you're gonna TP in and farm a wave like this, you have to like just push out one wave to clear the pressure, which you didn't need to do because I was there, but whatever. And then you need to like go back and be on the map and be strong. And he's just not doing that, so it's unfortunate. And yeah, as Earthshaker, when you're in positions like this, there's like I feel like there's very little I can do to like have a significant impact in this game. I think having high impact on this hero comes down to making good rotations, like kind of these that efficiency play I made earlier where I like dragged, then stacked, then denied a rune. These are the types of things that like Earthshakers do that like it's in their control, and if you do it well, you can have high impact without like getting kills in your lane. Like that play where I talked about I should have smoked my Pango to like go kill the Terrorblade or something. Those are the plays that Earthshaker makes that like makes you have impact. And if you kind of like miss those opportunities and are get into positions like this where you have no items and no farm, your ability to impact the game is so low. I mean, unless the enemy super misplays it, or you get some like 5-head like stand on a hill while they all walk up and you Echo Slam because you don't have Blink, like it's just so hard. Maybe I should be TPing top to smoke here, or not to smoke, sorry, to farm, because there's a wave here that nobody else was farming. Unfortunately, they ganked my Pango, and then yeah, they skewer in RPB. What can you do? And yeah, at this point, honestly, I think I'm gonna stop covering this game as my CM ultis a creep wave. Obviously, a little frustrated. Just because I think at this point moving forward, there's really nothing else to cover. So I think my takeaways from this game need to be, obviously I'm just not focusing that hard in the lane. Like I missed the first drag timing, and then that second one, I like, when they had the camp here that spawned, I like pulled it towards it so they could get like a half pull off, which is, you know, why I knew they had the camp there, so I shouldn't be doing that. And then the rest of the play was decent. I guess trying to take more note of if my like offlaner with low health and mana is like actively not resetting. Like I need to make sure they're resetting if I want to continue to play with them. Like if I'm like, I don't know if I should stay or leave, I need to be like, is this guy gonna reset? Is he worth playing with? And if he's not, then it's like, all right, I need to bounce and go somewhere else. And then don't get too caught up in these shenanigans top. Because honestly, if this game had like played out different, where like the CM had come to play with me and Legion, or like me and CM play with Pango, or like CM and Pango connect to LC and make plays like the three of them because they're strongish early, especially with like duel and like being aggressive, and like I have some space to like farm. I think this game plays out much better for us, and we like kind of get through like them into the mid game without being so behind. Because the way it played out with like just the constant playing around top is just not it for our lineup. That's not something CM wants to be doing either. CM wants to be playing aggressively, so just TPing in and defend this tower and fight over and over is just kind of trash when you have a CM. I'm not saying it's CM's fault, I'm just saying that's how the hero wants to play, so. So yeah, look for the opportunity. If this, like, did the very first time I come up here, did it make sense? I want to actually go back and, like, consider that. So what is happening here? So I TP mid because my Pango had been bottom. I think it's like sort of reasonable, although he came immediately back, so this wasn't the best use of time. The TP to secure one creep, not that great. TP secures you like a wave, that's like solid. One creep, not solid. Okay, so they're like diving our void, but he's like dead already when I start walking up here, and then my CM dies too. So I think my thought in like being up here was like, well, if they're both dead, maybe I can like get some XP and go gold under tower. And then my Pango comes and the fight happens because the CM and the void both come back. I don't hate the reason I went up there in the first place. Like, if they're both dead, I can, like, do that, and then everybody else just showed up and the fights just started to chain happen. I think here, smoking the Pango and going bottom is, like, clearly the correct idea of, like, how we should play the game. So, okay, I'll wrap it up there. Hope you guys learned something from this. It's kind of high level, I think, but, you know, these are the replay reviews you gotta do if you're 7K and you want to not lose, so catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, sub to the channel. And if you want to be coached by me, check the link in the video description. You can join my Discord there, and there's all the information there on how to sign up.